Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm the OPJellicent and we're battling here for week number 5 of WPL season number 8, up against Nacho and his Detroit Teravolts. I'm gonna say it right now, this match took less than 2 minutes to play. Somebody got bodied, as you guys will see right here, and I'll go ahead and go over that once we get into the match, but let's go ahead and go over the teams first. I have essentially Diggersby right here, which is basically meant to Nabikill early. He doesn't really have a way of breaking through it. If he leads off with a Galvantula, I can just knock that out with a return plus quick attack. If he has Sucker Punch, he can break my Sash, which would be unfortunate, but we would just have to deal with it right here. Got an Azelf right here, which is earning a Choice Scarf, able to go ahead and check stuff like Blacephalon, which Scarf Blacef would definitely be a big threat. As you can see, my only fire resist is actually my Deontay right here, so if that's put in range, I need a good way to check Scarf Blacephalon right here, so that's going to be very important. Mega Deontay right here is a Rock Polish win condition, with 3 attacks, Moonblast, Power Gem, and Earth Power. Kieran Black is actually a sub-Ghosty MZ set, which is meant to OHKO the Metagross. If he has offensive Metagross, I always OHKO that thing, so that's going to be very important. Got AV Torn for the Blacephalon, and then finally, a Weezing right here, basically meant to take on the Dragon Dance Mega Altaria, so pretty basic build. He seems to have more of an offensive build right here, just a ton of setup, which was very scary, as you guys can see when I get into the match right here. So let's go ahead and hop right in and see what happens. I lead off with my Diggs right here, because it is Sash, I do want to get that early kill. He decides to go ahead and lead off with the Galvantula. I return, bring this thing down to Sash, and I can go ahead and pick it off with Quick Attack. He does not have the Sucker Punch. In comes Dugtree. I was expecting him to just Earthquake, but he decides to get up Rocks. I can return right here. He is not Sash on that. Next up is the Altaria right here. It's going to obviously try to Dragon Dance sweep me. I can go ahead and return right here. I do have a Focus Sash, as I said, so you guys are actually going to see right here. He goes for a return, brings me down to 1%. That wasn't Focus Sash, it was on 3 health. And I did have a Focus Sash, I would have been able to live it. Toxapex comes in, Earthquake this thing, do 83%. He finally knocks out my Diggersby right here. So he does get a kill right here. I can bring in Kieran Black next. I'll be able to sub on this because obviously Scald will not be breaking my sub by any means right here, so I'm able to go ahead and sub up. He goes for the Scald. I guess fishing for a burn in case I didn't knock him out. I can go ahead and knock this out with the Fusion Bolt. I do have Shadow Claw and Z Shadow Claw for the Metagross right here, so Blacef comes in right here. He's going to go ahead and Shadow Ball to break. I Shadow Claw and go ahead and OHKO this thing. And finally, Metagross is going to come in right here. I do have the Z Shadow Claw. I'm assuming this was Agility Weakness policy, but it will not be able to go ahead and take a Never-Ending Nightmare from Kieran Black. So like I said, somebody got bodied. It was not me, so we move on to 5-0 right here. Dude, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Later.